read some of the things that he's done and why we're here today. James Skip Hutton provided leadership for the Builders Association and advanced the regional construction industry beginning in the 70s. And Mr. Hutton served as president of the Builders from 1986 to 2001 and served our country in the U.S. Marine Corps from 1969 to 1974, achieving the rank of captain in the Justice Advocate General's Corps, the JAG. The lineage of the Hutton family leading the Builders Association, there's a little bit of nepotism in this one. From 1950 to 1978, his uncle W.W. Bill Hutton led the Builders Association. His dad, James Hutton, from 78 to 86, and then Jim came in from 86 to 2001. Mr. Hutton worked closely with the City Council of Kansas City, Missouri, especially when City Councilman and later Mayor Emmanuel Cleaver from 1979 to 1990. This included the Kansas City plan to address affirmative action for minorities and women in the workforce. The Fairness in Construction Board, or what we all know now, was also formed to address availability of minority and women-owned businesses performing work on city construction projects. So all those problems we now have with WDME, we can blame on you. Mr. Hutton, on behalf of the builders, and in conjunction with other trade associations representative groups, recommended members for mayoral appointments to the Fairness in Construction Board, and following retirement, Mr. Hutton has served as an appointed representative on the board for nearly 15 years, and is now retiring from long service to the Fairness in Construction Board. And citizens of Kansas City, Missouri, the voting community at large are thankful.
Thank you, Councilmember. Are there others who wish to speak on the resolution? Well, seeing none, I'll just say, I think Councilmember O'Neill gave us a great list of accomplishments, but I think it's always something for us in this chamber to hear about those who have gone before us and all the work they've done to get us to this place. We really just, our service stands on the shoulders of those who have come before us, and in particular, your service in the areas of equity and increasing capacity of underrepresented groups is something to be admired that we hope we continue to promote and build upon. So, with that, the resolution is before the council. All those in favor, please respond by saying aye. 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 All those opposed say no. Resolution is adopted. Who wishes to speak? Yeah, please.
If I may, I'd like to say a few words. Number one, I'd like to thank Philip Gelder and his whole staff in the Human Relations Department. They have a very thankless job, and get arrows and slings from all directions, and Philip and his staff do a wonderful job. I'd also like to thank Ray Malone, who's chairman of the Fairness Board, and all the other board members who I've served with, who I have a real pleasure to serve with them, and I think they've done a wonderful job. I think over the past 15 years, we have done a service for everybody, both Philip, the staff, and board members, for the city of Kansas City, Missouri, in helping to promote equity as Mayor said. Thank you very much. Also, I'd like to thank my cohort down in Greenwell, down in Dillingham, who are with the Builders Association. Don's the president, and he's doing a great job in my absence after I retire. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Philip Gelder, Director of the City School Relations Department. I would just like to read a letter from the Fairness and Construction Board. It says, inclusion and underrepresented concerns in public sector contracting is a shared value in Kansas City. We have one of the strongest minority and inclusion programs in the nation. Key to our success has been the Fairness and Construction Board charged with setting goals, hearing appeals, and providing oversight. We are honored today to recognize the contribution of Mr. James Skip Hutton to the Fairness and Construction Board. Skip understood the program opportunity for fairness, both for LBWE as well as for larger construction contractors. Mr. Hutton is a gentleman who served the Fairness Board with grace, determination, and commitment, and he was so remiss. On behalf of the Fairness and Construction Board, we So thank you.
Thank you.
I would just like to say very succinctly that Skip Benton's knowledge of our city is overshadowed only by his heart and soul for our city.
Please go to the president.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. All right. Okay, next resolution.
210109, recognizing the month of February 2021 as American Heroes and commemorating the local work in city area hospitals with dedications to provide the best quality of care for incident heart needs. For Phillips and others are presenting these today.
Councilmember Hall.
Thank you. For attending today, it's my honor to stand before you for a couple of reasons. Yes, I work here for the Chiefs, but also for Heartland. It's so important, it's kind of a big deal. The heart is really an important piece of our bodies, and we love to service so we can be successful people we will be. And we have a myriad of hospitals here in the city that do extraordinary work. So it would be really difficult to pick just a few, but we pick these specific three hospitals for a reason. So we're grateful to have people from St. Luke's and Memphis City Hospital and Liberty Hospital join us. So today, it's also my honor to let my intern, Robert Phillips, read the resolution, because not only did he do the research and then he organized this as part of his relationship with my office. So I'm really excited to have him present. So, perfect.
Thank you, Councilwoman Hall, and Mayor Pro Tem, the rest of the council for this incredible opportunity. For many, American Heart Month is a time of education. We learn how to treat our hearts, how to exercise, what it means to take care of your body. But for some of us, it's more remembered than solemn time. Over 600,000 U.S. citizens will pass away this year alone from heart disease. Heart disease and heart failure are the leading cause of death in the entire world. When I was writing this resolution, I also found myself at an emotional standstill. In 2019, my grandfather lost his battle with heart disease. This resolution has a very emotional impact on me, and it means that I had to figure out, who do I say thank you to? For me, this is much more than just recognizing someone who cares, but thanking people who care. I have to thank all of the Kansas City area hospitals for their dedication to caring for all of us. Whether it's heart disease or cancer, we have to thank you for that. But I found myself looking at 3 hospitals, North Kansas City, St. Luke's, and Liberty, who have all received tremendous accolades for their dedication to heart care. In the early 70s, St. Luke's was among the first to recognize the importance of disease-specific care, and thus they were the nation's first heart hospital. St. Luke's is the region's longest continuously operating adult heart transplant program and consistently ranks in the nation's top 25 cardiology and surgery programs. North Kansas City has a dedicated cardiothoracic rehabilitation and a state-of-the-art cardiovascular intensive care unit, and in December of 2020, they earned the Joint Commission's Gold Seal of Approval and certification as a comprehensive cardiac center, and that's astounding. Liberty Hospital is changing the way we view heart disease. They are piloting new robotic surgeries and have an extensive list of diagnostic testing, and in 2019 became the first North End hospital to be designated a trauma, stroke, and heart attack. These 3 hospitals standing before you today understand what it means to be dedicated to the heart physically and emotionally. We asked these executive team members to join us today because they are committed to making sure that their hospitals continue that in our care for years to come. So with a passionate plea, I ask that everyone, Kansas City, in the nation, in this chamber, from the bottom of my heart, please recognize February as National Heart Month, and thank these hospitals for all they do. Thank you so much.
Wonderful work. Are there others who would like to speak to the resolution? Seeing none, I will just say, Councilmember Hall, thank you, and thank you for your interest in bringing this forward. And I think if there's any time for us to be appreciative of these healthcare institutions, their workers, their doctors, it's now. Because we know that we cannot get through this issue that we're dealing with the current pandemic without your help. We appreciate your partnership with our community every day to help keep our residents safe and healthy. And we appreciate especially what you're doing in terms of heart care, being pioneers in that area. So with that, I'll just say, all those in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Hearing none, the resolution has been adopted. Who would like to speak? Please say it.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Tracy Stevens, a cardiologist at St. Luke's, and I'm honored to attend today along with the President and CEO of St. Luke's North Hospital, Adele Bouchard. In acknowledging that heart disease remains the #1 cause of death in the country, St. Luke's Health System and the Mid-America Heart Institute are grateful to the Mayor and the Council of Kansas City for recognizing February as Heart Month. We ask that we keep our heart health always front of mind every month of the year. And St. Luke's supports cardiovascular health. We're partnering with you through preventive strategies to across the entire spectrum to heart transplantation with excellent outcomes. We're proud to be in the top 20 heart programs in the country and remain absolutely committed in the training of our future doctors and engaging in credible and valuable research. Our St. Luke's campuses throughout the metro area are truly dedicated to our community and to being a partner with our heart health. And I can say this with enthusiasm with all my colleagues, my cardiology colleagues with St. Luke's Cardiovascular Consultants, and especially on the St. Luke's North Hospital campus. I guess today's another great reason to go red.
Thank you all for being here. You want a picture? Mark, see a picture?
Sure.
Yes, sir. 21010. Current status of February candidates, like 38 Thursday, Kansas City. Justice Moore is present. Please question.
Councilmember Bunch, virtually.
Yes, please, Mayor Pro Tem McManus, and thanks for everyone for joining in on this really important occasion. This resolution really allows us, the city, to further commit ourselves to the fight against HIV and AIDS across the country and right here. It is a national day of addressing what really is a pandemic that has been raging for more decades us to, one, document ourselves to fight against HIV and AIDS in the community, especially as it affects African American population disproportionately. But also recognize all of the organizations who are doing fantastic work in prevention and treatment of HIV and AIDS right here in Kansas City. Organizations like our health department here, the Kansas City Health Department, the Truman Medical Center, the Kansas City Transitional Grant Area, Comprehensive HIV and Care Planning, Black Healthcare Coalition, KC Care, Saving, and so many more. I just want to make sure we recognize the folks who are out there doing this great work and in recognition of something that's still very much a pandemic and something that we need to all remember is here and recognize the great work in the community that's being done to prevent and treat those with HIV and AIDS. So thanks very much, and thank you for Justice for being here today to receive this resolution.
Thank you, Councilmember Bunch. Are there others who wish to speak to the resolution? Councilmember Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Colleagues, today we pass this resolution to further center the Black LGBTQIA+ and the Black LGBTQIA+ community, who are at greater risk than any other racial or ethnic group to be affected by HIV and AIDS. It is on all of us to promote awareness, treatment, and care for those affected by HIV and AIDS. We also want to tackle the stigma around those living with and are affected by HIV and AIDS. We stand with you. I want to thank my colleagues for passing this important legislation that embraces the intersectionality of Black LGBTQIA+ and the Black LGBTQIA+ community. Black health is important, and this resolution further pushes our commitment to uplifting and pushing the awareness in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Anyone can get HIV and AIDS, and we want to further promote the importance of getting tested and taking innovative prevention medication like PrEP. And many of you know that I work in hospice care, and when I started in hospice care about 25, 27 years ago, I frequently sat with AIDS patients as they took their last breath. And I actually have to say, I didn't really think about the impact of medications like PrEP until I sat here and I recognized that the patients that I'm sitting with now are not AIDS patients. And so we have come a long way. And we hope that in the near future that we will live in a world without HIV and AIDS. But in the meantime, I challenge every Kansas City to commit yourself to donating, volunteering, and further uplifting organizations who are on the front lines of this fight. Organizations like the Kansas City Health Department, the Kansas City Transitional Grant Area, Comprehensive HIV and Care Planning Council, the Black Healthcare Coalition, Truman Medical Centers, KC Care Health Center, the AIDS Service Foundation of Greater Kansas City, and Blackout. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing this forward.
Thank you, Councilmember. Others who wish to speak? I'll just say, it's hard to top what's already been said. I will say what Councilmember Bunch and Marshall have already said much better, which is, this resolution I think is so important because it tackles the stigma that is associated with the intersection of different aspects within our community that come together, and folks often don't want to talk about these issues. And the solution is always to address the stigma, is to end the silence and speak up. And this resolution does a small part in doing that and recognizing the important contributions to so many other partners in our community, many of whom are here. So we appreciate what we do every day. And with that, are there others who wish to vote? With that, seeing no one else wants to speak on the resolution, all those in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Hearing none, the resolution is adopted. Who here wishes to speak? Come forward.
Good afternoon. Just on behalf of the KCTGA Right Planning Council, I'm honored to accept this award, and I look forward to the very support resolution. And I look forward to continuing to work with the mayor of the city council and all of our partner organizations here in the fight against the original pandemic of most of our lives. Thank you.
behalf of the Kansas, Missouri Health Department, I would like to say thank you for your support. I would like to also thank others, our KCTGA Planning Council, for all their work in the community on the fight against HIV and AIDS. I would also like to thank our social contractors, which is Casey Care and Drive for the provision team, for all their great HIV work they have done in the community. I would also like to thank the Kansas, Missouri Health Department STI Clinic for all their testing in the community and support. So thank you. This is a great moment, and thank you very much.
Afternoon, my name is Mario Richardson. I'm here on behalf of Casey Care. I'm a peer educator, and I just want to say thank you. And just to echo the councilwoman, as we all know, or some of us may know, African Americans account for 12% of the population in America, and African Americans also account for 46% of all diagnoses for HIV. So again, I want to thank you on behalf of Casey Care, and I believe this is one of the many stepping stones for us to acknowledge this epidemic that we're going to hopefully end by 2030. Thank you.
Sorry, just real quick. On behalf of the Ip Service Foundation, thank you to everyone for your support, continuing and ongoing, because it will take every person in our city to continue this fight and eradicate this disease. So thank you.
Councilmember Martin, good to see you.
Thank you, sir. I will remember, I will do a resolution just for the day, resolutions to say that not to present